Hello everyone, this is Hugh here with game 1 in the series between me and Hugh. Hugh on the right side is playing Alice, an interesting ruler because you don't really see Alice play that often in the competitive scene. Now the reason why is that it's really unpredictable, there's no actual standard build for Alice, so it's really unknown what you can build with it. So I'm really interested to see how I face against this matchup. So obviously it gives Hugh the extra advantage because I don't know what his deck does and I don't know what his main color is. And meanwhile on the left side, Hugh aka me is playing Abdul. It's a really different type of Abdul. It's not really focused on green. There is some focus on green but not that often, like ramping and so on. It's mostly focused on black, using the black spell for advantages overall. Now don't get me wrong, ramping is really good in the late game. We got your cancel spell going, but what about the early game? Green doesn't have a lot of offensive play or really good play in the early game besides dropping a Bouncing Cat and draw a card, dropping Elvish Priest and so on. It doesn't really do anything for you. So when your opponents start discounting your whole entire hand, your ramping means nothing to them. So that's why I believe black is a more straightforward play with your pluses with Laura and so on. So let's get back to the game itself. Now currently Hugh on the right side is going really extra aggressive to me, trying to do a lot of damage on the board, and I'm currently down to 3,400 compared to 4,000 life points. So I'm not in a strong position, but again I'm not in a bad position as well. I do play my one drop drawing a card, seeing what I drew into, not a card I needed, but I did drop the Cinderella. Now from here I was deciding whether I should wipe his whole field, and I do wipe his whole field because I couldn't take any more damage, and I'd rather wipe his whole field and reset the whole field, forcing my opponent to repunish the field he lost. And not only that, I'll also play Spiritual Despair early in the game, forcing him discarding 2 cards so he has less card to play with in his hand. So now back to my turn. I did top deck into another Spiritual Despair, so this which will help me in this situation because my opponent doesn't have a lot of cards in hand, so I can force him to discard 2 more cards, leaving him in the top deck situation he doesn't want to be. Playing Spiritual Despair again, forcing him discarding a Thunder and a Heavens and Earth, so which is good for me. So knowing that he doesn't have any more kill games to like finish it off, so I do drop a Laura, getting another +1, so not a +1 from Spirit Despair, another +1 from Laura, so total of +2 for this turn. So back to my opponent's turn. I can't do anything for the turn, so my opponent only has 2 cards in hand, so he doesn't have a lot of option to play with at the moment. So his only option is that he try to do a lot of damage on the board. Let's see what can my opponent do. My opponent is currently sitting on 3 magic stones, so he can judgment, he does it if he wants to, and he chooses to do paying 1 red and 1 black, so forcing me to discard 1 card, not only that, destroying a single resident on my field, so he's getting a +2 on his own, so neutralizing the plus I just gained. So attacking 400 directly with his own resident, putting me down to 3,000 life point. He doesn't have a lot of option, but he does have 2 black go in his graveyard, which can burn me for a game, so I have to be aware of that. So back to my turn. I tap for another magic stone, and let's see. I think I play something. I play Outer World to get rid of the allies because I don't want to take any more damage, because any more damage for that I will be in range for like Split Heaven and Earth. Even through my opponent's low on the hand, I don't want to risk that option. So paying 2 for another Laurel Field, again another +1, so putting me down to another hand advantage in hand. Even through it's not really like intimidating, but it still give me a lot of options in the besides my opponent can't do much about it. Obviously I'm leaving my red black open to show that my opponent I might have a Thunder in hand to finish the game, to get rid of his one Resonator or burn him 500 directly. So it's even through I don't have Thunder in my hand, it's good to bluff. So he used Rapid Clay again, killing my Laura and attacking directly 400 and putting another Car Soldier on the field. I think that one is Spades, I believe. 200 attack, 200 defense. For each Club Soldier on the field, it gains additional 200 more. And I do decide to Judgment, and chasing on my Judgment, I tap my J Ruler to make 300 attack, 300 defense to the club, not allowing him to have any more field present on the field. And my opponent respond with Thunder, killing my Elvish Priest, not allowing me having extra resource on the field. So and from here I was deciding what should I do, and I do decide to allow it to go through because I only have 1 cancel spell in hand, so I don't want to risk it. So back to my opponent's turn. My opponent is not good at all because he's only in a top deck situation. He lost his J Ruler, he only has 1 resident on the field and 1 card in hand, compared to my J Ruler on the field and a couple cards in hand, like 4 cards in hand. Attack me for 400 directly, putting me down to 2,200 life point. Now let's see what he can do in this situation. Now I used to Abdul deck and negate the effect so he can't search, so I don't want him to deck fit, don't want to give any pluses, so I want to reduce his field presence. So I pay 2 to put a lore on the field to get enough additional search. To search for my Camellia for any aggressive play my opponent might put on the field, like maybe a 4-drop, a 5-drop or higher, so I can retaliate with a Camellia. Now my opponent play Abyss Whisper, I think that was called. So what it does is it allows you to draw cards by paying 100 life points, and I do not want that to result because I do not want my opponent gaining extra resources he wants, because I already reduced his hand really low, so I don't want him anything in hand. So he plays Rapid Declare, killing my Laura, and not allowing for my extra aggressiveness. So back to my turn now. Now currently 2,200 life point compared to 4,000 life point. Now from here I do know that he still has a black goat two black goats in the decks in his graveyard, so pretty much he can burn me 400, and if he top deck a spirit to split heaven and earth, it will kill me the game. So I didn't tap for Malum Magic System, so I'll go for the aggressive play, attacking for 1,000 directly, and after that I'll do a following play, dropping Mephisto on the field for extra aggressiveness. Not only that, an extra large amount of damage. Now my opponent does scoop out, he doesn't have any falling play, he did top the heavens and earth, but however it won't reach my life points, it will finish the game off. So thank you for watching, thank you for listening guys, hope you guys enjoyed it, please stay tuned for game 2.